Hey, what's good, y'all? Thanks for tuning into the channel. Subconscious Truth is your girl Raina here, and this reading is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So let's get right to it. This reading is general. It may or may not resonate, but we have the energies of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo, Sag, Aries, Libra, Cancer, Gemini. So right now, the Lover's position, there's a head over heart decision right here that needs to be made, whether it be love, work, money matters, but it's a situation that you were drawn to, or it was drawn to you, where this is where there's transparency, there's trust, there's a harmony and balance between the two. However, you have the Death card, and there could be a transformation. There's an ending that needs to happen in order for something to go through some type of transformation. Whatever the emotional or psychological attachment to it, it needs to change. But it could be an ending, like a real ending, because you have the Ten of Pentacles here, and this cycle is over. Now, this is dealing with family. This is dealing with practical matters. This is dealing with, society, as a whole. And you have the Three of Pentacles here. So there was a foundation here. And this could be a job. This could be your career, this could be, this could be something geared towards your career. Maybe this cycle is over. You have the Knight of Wands. Again, this is the end of a cycle. The Death card is water. But it's Scorpio's energy. So there's some type of transmutation happening, some type of change, transformation happening. Whether it be a person, place, or thing, it's something in it. There's some type of change, a death, right? But it's healing. It's a healing. It may be hard for some, but it's to heal. With the Nine of Wands, this is someone who's perseverance, who's been through it all, and they still standing strong. They're still determined, and they're still standing for what they believe in. You have the Sun's card, which is good. This is freedom. This is realization. This is happiness, abundance, prosperity. So I feel like you do make it through this transformation, or this ending, with this person, place, or thing. Now you have the Empress, the Empress reverse, and the Eight of Wands reverse. So this could have only been, if you were dealing with a person, it could have just been sexual, and maybe something with the material world, or something dealing with practical matters. It was something that it could have been that connection, like your impulses could have brought you there. But with the Hangman and the depth, with the Hangman being reversed, that's you seeing the light. That's you letting go. That's you surrendering. That's seeing things from a whole different perspective. And I feel like that happened with the Death card, especially with the Sun card. So it's like a cycle had to end, and I guess when you come out of that cycle, you will have a different perspective. Your ego will change, because something needs to change. Now there, with the Eight of Wands reverse, this is like blockages, and the Empress reverse is blockages. So there could have been no birth here. Sorry, excuse me, bless me. But it was like the Three of Pentacles, which is what you plan, you create. There's something you want to put out there in the world, but maybe it didn't quite. If you was trying to start a business, it didn't sell. If you was trying to start a relationship, it may have not worked out. Because the Knight of Wands is the moon too. So something, especially with that Death card, like even mentally, like maybe subconsciously your mind had to change and see things in a whole new light. That's why the Hangman is reverse. like maybe this job or this committed relationship, or y'all was only brought together to help each other go through this transformation, so you can help free yourself. Now, I don't know if you were stuck in the past, how things should be, how things need to be, how you, like, maybe you were very you saw yourself in a certain light. Now you see yourself in a whole different light. You know, this experience taught you some valuable lessons which help you transform emotionally, mentally, and energetically. You know, this could bring you to a whole new career path, or this the foundation when it comes to you trying to build something up. It will happen differently. Maybe you wanted people to see you in a whole different light. I feel like it's something with your identity that needed to change, or how you relate to others that needed to change. You know, this person has been through so much, but I feel like it's psychologically, you may have had been around certain people, places, and things that you stood up for, and I feel like it paid off. You know, it paid off. It paid off. Maybe it's a disguise, a blessing in disguise. Something like that may happen also. You know, maybe the Sun card is something that you don't see coming. So it's like you have to keep standing and being strong and determined. Like, your blessings is gonna come. But something had to transform. Something had to change. Something had to end in order to set yourself free. There have been blocks. You know, there's been blocks in producing something and creating something. And it may have to have gone into a death. The Empress is about birth, death, rebirth. So you may have went through that cycle, and you know, this person is a bit paranoid. Could be trust issues, but you know, maybe you've been through relationships, whether work relationships or just companionships, and the way the foundation of those relationships may need to change. Some of y'all may have trust issues, or be on the defense, or feel like you don't belong, or have some type of phobia, like it's foreign. Maybe you moving from, like, this is something I just see. Maybe you moving from the city to the suburbs or something like that. And, you know, this is a fast-paced life. And, you know, you're not used to it. But eventually you are freed. Like, you're free. Like, it just feels like you're stuck in, like, you're putting yourself in, like, a barrier. And it's too much people or something like that. But eventually you set yourself free. It's like, it was more psychological, if anything. It was kind of stopping your flow. It was stopping your creative flow. It was stopping your money, stopping your connections with people, places, and things. It was stopping your happiness. But now you're letting go and seeing things from a different perspective. Now, these could be relationships in the past that may have not worked out due to maybe relationships that weren't that weighed psychologically on you. And with the transformation, with the death card, the transformation helped you to not live in fear. Like your instincts had to change. Something with your instincts, it had to change. But I just feel like it's something when it comes to being in large crowds, being around a lot of people. But when it comes to work related, I feel like you did it. You fought your way to the very end. Like from the Three of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. Like you fought your way through this cycle, and you stood up for what you believed in, regardless of the blocks, regardless of the obstacles. That something psychologically changed and helped you to release and see things from a different perspective. And now, you know, the abundance, the realization, the happiness, the prosperity is going to come in. That's what I'm seeing. Maybe you had a hard time working with other people, coming together with other people. But something happens with the death card that's going to help you psychologically. To then begin to produce and bring happiness and birth and see things in a whole new light. So that's what I'm seeing for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.